Good afternoon everyone. We are in the lesson equal sharing, that is in the third lesson. Okay, so now we are going to learn the last questions in this lesson, and this is your last class about the lesson equal sharing. Okay, so I am going to read the question, page number 48, the first question that we already discussed, and the second question in page number 48. How many weeks are there in a leap year? How many weeks are there in a leap year? How many more days are there? So what is the question? How many weeks are there in a leap year? So before entering into this question, you want to learn what is leap year. Okay, just remind the word leap year. What do you mean by leap year? Leap year means normally in every year February have 28 days only. Okay, every February have 28 days, but in every 4 years 1 day is added to February and 28 days become 29 days. Okay, every 4 years a leap year is repeated. So normally we can say that February 29 is a date that usually occurs every 4 years. Okay, every 4 years. February 29 is a date that usually occurs every 4 years and is called a leap day, and that year is called leap year. Clear? Every 4 years 1 day is added to February, and that year you can see that 29 days in February, and that type of year is called leap year. It occurs every 4 years. Clear? So we can move to a question. Question is, how many weeks are there in a leap year? Okay, so normally how many days in a year? Total days in a year 365, isn't it? Normally it is 365, but the total 1 day is added in the leap year, and that year we can see that 366 days. Okay, 366 days. So we can write, and we know how many days in a week. How many days in a week? Yes, there are 7 days in a week, starting from Sunday to Saturday. Okay, so we can write total number of days in a leap year. How many days? 366. So you can write total number of days. Total number of days in a leap year. In a leap year. How many days? 366. Okay. Then number of days in a week. Number of days in a week. That is 7. Number of days in a week, 7. So number of weeks in a leap year. So we want to find number of weeks in a leap year. How to find total days in a leap year? 366, and divided by number of days in a week, that is 7. So 366 divided by 7. So we can do it. 366 divided by 7. Okay, how many 7s in 36? Yes, 5 7s make 35. If we subtract 35 from this number, we got 1. And write the next number, 16. And how many 7s in 16? 1 7 is 7. 2 7s make 14. 2 7s are 14. So 2 7s are 14. Okay. If we subtract that numbers, you got the remainder 2. 6 minus 4, 2. Or 16 minus 14, that is equal to 2. Okay. So quotient, that is our answer, that is 52 weeks in a leap year. Okay, 52 weeks in a leap year. And you can see one more question in it. How many more days are there? It is weeks. 52 weeks and how many more days? 52 weeks means how many days? 52 into 7, you got 364. How many more days? That is the remainder. So we can write number of days more. Number of days more equal 2 numbers. 2 numbers, or sorry, 2 days. 2 days more. Okay, so number of days more, that is equal to 2 days. Got it? So that's all about that question, and we can learn the next question now. What's that question? Okay, on the right, the division of a 4-digit number by 13 is shown. Fill in the missing digit. So this one, you can write it in your textbook. 3, and here there is no number, 7, and one more column is given, divided by 30. And here in the quotient, page number 2, and a column is provided, and last one 7. Then here 26 is given by 8, one more column. Then here 2 columns are available. Then okay, and last you want to write the remainder. So we can do it easily because the numbers are given. So we want to find the real number and the quotient. So 2 into 13, 2 into 13 here, 2 into 13, how much? 26. Which number? 2 into 13, 26. And we need 8, that means 26 subtracted from a number that gives 8. To find this number, how to find that number? So how to find? We can easily find this. 26 plus 8. 26 plus 8, that is equal to 34. Okay, so you can write the number 4 here. So 34 minus 26 make 8, and write the next number here, that is 7. And how many 13s in 87? You can find that 6 13s in 13 into 6 make how much? 78. So 6 13s are 78, and subtract this 87 minus 78, you got 9. Okay, and the last remainder is given 5. Okay, so last remainder is given 5. So which number is here that we also want to find? And see this, here the number 9, and from which number subtracted gives 5? That's we want to find. Okay, that means, listen, we can learn that here the number 6 and 1. 6 minus 1, that gives 5. So you can write 6 also here. How we find this? 91 plus 5 gives 91 plus 5 gives 96. Okay, here 91 plus 5 gives 96. So fill this in your textbook. Okay, just fill it in your textbook. And we can learn the third question and the last activity that we are going to done in this chapter. A column is provided. The bill Thomas got for his purchase is shown below. Rice 12 kg, sugar 3 kg. I am going to write this here. Rice 12, sugar 3, mung bean 2, chickpea 5 kg. Okay, all the measurements in kilogram. And in another column, 15 kilograms of rice is cost 480 rupee, and this is for person from the same shop. Kannan bought this. Kannan's purchase. This is Kannan's purchase, and Thomas purchase is given in that column. You can see that he purchased 15 kilograms of rice for 480 rupees and 4 kilograms of sugar for 136 rupees, 5 kilograms of mung bean for 360 rupees, chickpea weight 6 kilogram, total price 276, and he got the total bill, that is 1252. Okay, 1252. That is the bill of Thomas. From the bill of Thomas, we can find each one's price, each 1 kilogram's price that we can find it. So, how to find it? Let's write it. Cost of first rice. Cost of 1 kilogram of rice. How to find cost of 1 kilogram rice equal total price divided by 8. Okay, total price divided by weight. So for all the item we are going to apply this equation, total price divided by weight. So here Thomas purchased total price 480. He purchased 50 kilograms of rice. Okay, if you subtract, you want to subtract in the right side column 480 by 15. Okay, you want to do this in your note as your homework. So that gives 32 rupees. Then cost of sugar. Cost of 1 kilogram of sugar. We can apply the same equation. He got 136 rupees for 4 kilograms. So 136 divided by 4, that gives 34 rupees. Then cost of 1 kilograms of mung bean. Cost of total price for that 360, and he purchased how much kilogram? 5 kilogram. That gives 72 rupees. You have to divide it. Okay, 72 rupees. Then also we need to find cost of chickpea. Total price for it 276, and he purchased how much kilograms? 6 kilograms. If we do this, he got 46 rupees. Okay, so these are the price for 1 kilograms of all these items. Okay, 32 rupees, 34 rupees, 72 rupees, and lastly 46 rupees. Okay, these are the cost for 1 kilograms of these items. By using this cost, that means 1 kilograms cost, we can find this easily. Okay, so here chickpea 46. Rice, how much? 32. Sugar, 34. Then mung bean, 72. These are the price of 1 kilogram. Okay, these are the price of 1 kilogram. So if we got 1 kilogram's price, we can find the total bill, final bill of Kannan. So how to find bill of Kannan? You want to write bill of Kannan. Bill of Kannan. He purchased 12 kg rice. So 1 kilograms. How much? He purchased a total 12 kilograms of rice. 1 kilograms costs 32 rupees. So 12 into 32. Okay. Then next item, sugar. He purchased 3 kilograms of sugar. Okay, 3 kilograms of sugar, 4 rupees. For 1 kilograms of rupees, 34. Then next, which one? Mung bean. 2 kg, 1 kilograms price, 72. Then one more, last one, chickpea. He purchased 5 kilograms and 1 kg's price 46. Okay, so if we find this answer, we got the total cost of Kannan. So 1232 into 12.